it's tough too.
Let's do it anyway.
I mean, it's it's a heat of the moment.
Yeah. That's a tough.
Okay, what do we miss? Loud won a pistol, they won the anti-eco, and then Sentinels win 3 in a row. So the round we just watched must have been an eco.
3 rounds in a row now.
Choclu with the prime. Thank you so much for the 4 months, dude. Appreciate the prime. Thank you. And Sentinels are about to get a lot of ults online as well.
Sitting far back.
Chat, casters can go up slightly, right? I think. Give him a 40.
Stands the firepower of what's behind it.
Oh, let's give him more than a 40.
Tap of the door to try to bait
Give him
some
a 50.
rotations.
But they have that cover too. I mean, John's already in Worm. You've got Zelsus, Zekken, who's really far up A. Loud don't have a lot of room to work here.
Zekken nearly 1v3'd on the pistol, but there wasn't enough time, just like 1 second. Damn.
But John's already cheating back over here. We've seen how deadly the setup can be.
Okay, that's great info.
You can get so much value here.
And we got the Yoru here with a TP, so Yoru can take one and TP out if need be.
Zekken not connecting. 40 seconds left in the round, though.
He's still here, Doug.
Lovely.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll play.
He's still hanging around
yeah, just
now.
in for keeping the number advantage.
He gets out. And why not? You're up numbers. You've won almost every single retake other than the pistol round. Play the advantage.
Yeah, live to fight another day. If they try to go B here, you got the Vice Wall.
They're going to get smothered. There's already a breach here, Nere, to set up.
If they're going to try to scale again, that's been the key to success. That hit a couple of them, but not all in the smoke. It's not safe. 10 seconds left on the round. The paranoia out. The play successful.
No way.
Now the game is afloat. Numbers the way of Loud. A 2v2 now.
They absolutely sent it off the tank in the Omen Flash.
Narrate. Trying to creep his way forward, looking for any target he can. Zekken's been left alone. Another moment to try to deliver heroics, and he can't.
That didn't look too convincing. I mean, Pancada's Omen Flash completely wrecked
where the
them.
breach ult missing one person defines the outcome. It's actually ridiculous what we're witnessing right now. I mean, the previous round, Vinny misses Narrate. This time around, the breach ult from Narrate misses Tui's.
And that's a difference maker. Yeah.
That is. And yeah, the Vice Ultimate's invested as well. That was a big commitment from Sentinels on this retake. And for Loud to just rip that one away, it kind of puts them back into, it brings momentum back into their favor a little bit. You can hear it in the comms. They're screaming, though.
The timeout goes in chat. I'm going to switch to the YouTube stream.
Minor tech pause.
This is purely because they're way ahead.
I had a lot of doubts about Loud. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't believe coming into this match that they'd be able to stand toe to toe. You've seen 6 rounds so far. What has been your takeaway? Very impressed with how they're dealing with all the utility on the side of Sentinels, baiting it out. Even on that A fight when Zekken still kills one, the fact that they were able to bait out the missiles from the Tejo of John QT and not get picked by that utility and then go back into things. YouTube stream, yeah, it should be better now. I just switched over. Twitch was behind by quite a bit. Game plan of Loud going into this. Keep in mind, this is their map pick. Maybe they did a lot of prep work. I mean, we haven't seen Sentinels play this map this year yet, but historically they've been great on it. You could count on one hand how many times they lost last year.
Fast tech balls.
How many times they won?
Okay, a lot of light armors out.
Quick fix, audio issue rectified. And now
Loud
we can get back to the fun stuff.
If they lose the next, their money's in the bin, so they gotta start using their ults into this one.
On the side of Sentinels, but Loud have been
Sentinels go for the punish if they want to exec out.
They brought us to this tie score early on in the
Loud
first half.
looking like they want to insta as fast as possible, split over towards B.
Looks like they want to do a
maybe because
setup here from the side of Sentinels.
That retake didn't look too great. Oh god.
Oh
god. Oh my god, they locked him in. That was kind of sick though. That might be one of the better tail ults we've seen. That's at least in the top 3. They're all the way over towards here. Omen Flash, open door. That's awesome.
He's got to be able to convert it into a success somehow. That's big out from Vinny. There's help.
Yeah, they just made their trap play like 500 times better with that ult.
On the second spam, no. Still a possession here as now Zekken is starting to swing things back their way. It's 4v2. The spike's still not committed. 50 seconds left in the round. And an abundance of options. Oh, that stun could have been perfectly timed, but it's Zekken that gets the good timing this time around. Yeah, and that feels like a perfect example of when we say breach feels
it's a devastating round for Loud to lose.
Yeah. That was it.
This is their map pick as well.
You imagine this is going to be a save from Pancada. Wants to keep that arsenal into the next round. I mean, if he can snag a couple kills on his way out, why not? But the economy is not looking good for Loud. Sentinels have full reset them once again. I mean, these rounds have been so close. Swing rounds back and forth. Only a Vandal save Vinny. He'll be able to buy something in the following round, maybe a Sheriff buy up for DG Zine, but that trap play from Sentinels was so clean, and you saw it set up already. The baby door broken. Teho using the drone. Doesn't get contact there.
This was sick, though. This was really, really cool. Yeah, that might even be one of the best. It's at least in the top 3 of the tailwalks we've seen so far.
Kawazine, yeah, he's stuck in a smoke, but
we've seen some shockers, but this was definitely in the really strong list.
It's interesting, too, because you often see the Teho used for retakes or on-site proper, but to use it to fight for a main space at the beginning of the round is just, it's different. I don't think I've ever seen it used that way before.
Yeah, it looked phenomenal. I mean, Kaplan's in the back being like, oh, that's another one that worked. Let's check that one off. Save that for later in the year.
Chance for the coaches to join the conversation. Loud call a timeout, the first of the map for them.
Yeah, just trying to ice some of this momentum. Sentinels, you spoke about it earlier, about how fired up they looked in that 100 Thieves matchup. Today, starting off a little bit more calm, but once this team gets going, their communication is so key to their success. And it gets loud, it gets intense.
Yeah, it's really strong for trap plays. I mean, just Teho in general is incredibly strong for just like fighting to retake map control back.
Quite some time.
Like it's great at it.
The comm videos that they put out,
probably the best they've ever seen
just a couple days ago was really indicative of that.
Taking back map control.
They just sound.
Why is it good? This ult, dude. Anyone committing over towards here has to dodge the ult by going forwards, and most likely you're going to go run this way, right? And then you're tanking an Omen Flash, and then you're dueling someone that's opened the door that takes a far-range duel. As long as you time your Omen Flash well, they're getting so wrecked. And then you have everyone else over towards here to just make sure they can capitalize on anyone pushing here or here.
Hey, but he's been
it was awesome. I didn't see where the missiles went; they were probably good as well. But
you wonder what the ceiling is for this kid.
Super impressive with Yoru. So after the timeout, looks like Loud is going back to their C default. This is something we've seen in the first 3 rounds.
I wonder if they're trying to
feed Sentinels on this one as well. Just insta drone usage, just to make sure that no one was lurking out over towards A. Stack one person here, which means they can 2-2. 2-2-1 on the defense.
Next couple of rounds.
Does DGZ use his ult on this round?
There's still a lot of utility here. The Thorns are all here. The nade did not clear.
Yeah, they're trying to walk in and find the wall.
They were looking to clear quietly.
Now they find the wall. Now what?
Zekin with a lot of threat on the other side here.
Oh, no way.
Do they know? It hasn't been activated. Nothing has been caught. There's no idea. Now the paranoia out. Second has to take a step back. DG's already backside. He's got the Opaki. He's going to continue to try to scale.
This was nice from Loud. They took so much space.
The side is theirs.
This was like perfect. It's like the best round for them to have done a passive wall and to take all that free space.
Very early on, a flurry of trades here, but it's a 2v4.
Respond to YouTube chat?
Again,
of course I do.
We saw their Loud getting what they wanted and then
Thank you for the heads up, Lexi.
Yeah.
Wax with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, Wax.
This time around, Loud, instead of blowing their utility in the actual mound area, they walk all the way on
this was one of those rounds where Loud called the best possible thing for Sentinels setup.
I like the idea from Sentinels though. Zelsis switching up that wall. They were aware that there could be some kind of C pressure.
Cross, but they just 0-0-0-0-0 as well. Cross, thank you so much for the 21 months and for the tail one. Isn't the wall kind of bad? You're just mixing up the wall. Like you're only saying it because it's like hindsight of the round. Like this wall, if it starts getting like jump hit all the time, then you're not getting like much value out of it. So putting it a little bit deeper once they exec in means you just isolate one towards back of sight, most likely the raise, and then they're forced to flood round through the small choke point on the site. Like it's honestly not bad. It's just the Loud did the best possible thing against them.
And what
like you do want to mix it up.
Than an operator. Yeah, there isn't a lot of utility behind this, but he's able to snag a pick and get out if he bides his time correctly.
Cutting through. It's just so much harder to do on a 3-map site, but you're right. I think the flash certainly helps. A belter of a shot from DG.
Yeah, that is a shot. Tanks a lot of damage.
It's going to be a bit of a speed up here.
I mean, as it should. They've been able to
find confident.
a crack in the window.
Dude, look at this util. There's so much here. Okay, we isolate one over towards the side, but they can't really fast flood too much.
And this is going to force a slowdown for just a bit here. Now, Loud have an option. They
I mean,
can
they
stay.
honestly could have.
They still have a minute and 10 seconds left in the round. They could flip it.
But Vinny's holding the breach ult for the flood. Oh, a little bit of an early investment here.
Oh,
nice
Kalanzini able to get two.
in.
As they try to strike on the other side of the smoke.
I mean, good trade from John, but the layered utility from Loud, it's too strong. That follow-up paranoia. There were so many layers to that hold. Loud, they're not falling for that retake stuff that Sentinels has been doing. They're like,
Gonna
hey,
go save.
We've had enough of that.
Yeah, think it makes sense with the money.
The breach ult invested in
Loud
the
will
water
take this.
to make sure nobody walks
Fine
in
for the rest of the
there.
half.
All eyes focused on the CT smoke. I mean, Loud, they've came ready to play it here today, Doug.
Yeah, I think they have.
Submental
It
Zero
seems
with
to
the
me
prime.
like they had a
Thank you
very
for the
clear
8 months,
plan
man.
on how to
Thank you
counter
for
one of
that.
the things Steel's really good at, and that's retakes. We've talked about it a couple times this cast already. If you don't let Sentinels get comfortable and start their retake attempts, start to layer utility, start to flood in with it, if you disrupt that from the beginning, it's never going to work.
Exactly, and we've seen them get punished for disrupting a little bit too early on. Now it's a different type of disruption. Disrupting when the actual players are running into the site.
Oh, what an absolute shot that is.
So
The op did connect, it just went through the mount.
To maximize on that
Crazy.
little tiny
Owen,
mistake,
first of all,
that
thank you
tiny
for that,
little
mate.
whiff.
Appreciate that.
And
Is
so
it
many of
crazy
these
to say
rounds have
second
came
is
down to
the
something
best
that small.
true
The two
duelist we've
reshots,
ever seen?
A little bit of a leg
Easily
shot
on
off the DGZ off the
Raze,
satchel.
Leon, and shown high levels on Yoru and Jet. Looking all round every single.
And a timeout now used for Sentinels.
Yeah,
Trying
he's
to calm
up
the
there.
storm that has been
Who else is
loud.
there? Darker,
This resurgence after their
Jorgamo.
timeout. Hopefully, Kaplan can light a fire in
They can
these
play
boys.
all of them, proven to a high level. Maybe it's just
That's
those
his goal
three.
anyway. A super impressive attack side so far from Loud.
And, you know, all that said, I do think it's worth mentioning this is a really close map so far, right? Like, we're talking as if, though, Loud have been able to really just kind of style their way through Sentinels, and Sentinels have been on the back foot, and they're kind of lost and don't really know how they want to approach this. But the truth is,
but I think that his Jet is always standout, I guess.
Yeah, and this defensive side is so important for Sentinels because I fear that on the attacking
Buzz,
side,
I think Buzz is a good one as well.
more work in. You
Yeah,
have so much
I think probably Owen. He's
space
probably the one you would say first.
anywhere you want, really.
Yeah, I think there's loads of other
on the other
people
side
that
of
would
this
get there.
timeout.
Like Zeus.
As Loud try to hang on to a one-round lead.
And I don't know if anyone's seeing this stat right here. DGZ is leading the tournament with operator kills. 26
Jogamo,
to his
yeah, we
name.
said Jogamo.
Who's in contention? Aspas and Mata with 11. And we haven't gotten past the defensive side yet where DGZ will probably pop
Yeah,
it
dude,
out.
I mean, they love an op on this guy. They definitely see it as their big win
Are they
condition.
going to stick this TP? C is already crunched. Zelsus has nowhere to go.
Yeah,
It's him
Zelsus
against
is
the
really
world
in
right
trouble.
now. Can he play off around his
Okay.
utility? He's been able to isolate the first DG
You
now
can't
dealt
peek
with.
Heaven because of the... Oh, the
And
smoke's here. He didn't
there's
always
more
take
to
this
come
down.
on the
Zelsus
other
did
side
great.
again. Zelsus
Just
versus the
stays
world, and
alive.
so
There's a
far he
Yoru ult that gives him
stands.
info on the pass and flanking.
Trying to swing out onto the third, not connecting, but damage
Maybe he should have
dealt
just
time
tucked
block.
in and let everyone else
Vinny on
play
the swing,
here,
and now
but
John has
he
arrived.
pretty much did enough to get the fast two.
A couple of members of Loud remaining. Limping, sure, but they are here. Spike out of reach. And a tough spot to try to convert. Kalantine makes his best attempt to contribute and fails. Leaving the situation in the hands of Tui's. Was once a youngster, but has grown so much. But has he grown to this?
Oh, just dodges the up-down.
Finds a brief moment of respite to get the spike down. Now still left in a 1v3.
Oh
Some
my
of the work has been
goodness,
done,
John
but
just
it
gave him a
got
little
so
dink
much
through the
harder.
wall.
Sentinels once again tie
Dude,
us
shout
up.
out to Zelsus there. That was
Celsius
great.
to step up for his team in a moment where he was just getting swarmed by utility, swarmed by an Omen ultimate all the way behind him, and to isolate these 1v1s and give his team a chance into getting there, getting the rotate in and making a retake.
Nice, boys.
I mean, he really did it all. He really set the tone. I mean, for a Sentinels round win right there, Doug.
Getting the 2 that he got was outrageous enough
it's
to almost
insane.
get 3 is ridiculous. And so once again, we're tied light armor on a couple of members on both sides.
And so far, both timeouts. Very well done from each team. Sentinels winning off of their timeout.
Money's still good for Louds. Pretty much everyone buys off this anyway.
It's going to be an A-trap here for Sentinels. A lot of utility invested. Second, he's getting very aggressive. He dodges that Cypher Cam as well.
But they've got to suspect somebody's here, right? Surely DG can't see a damn thing. Narrate falls.
Good luck, John. You're committed.
Are they expecting
Okay,
John
damage
here?
doesn't
He's
hit
found
him.
the tiniest sliver of safety.
Well,
Now has to give the position up. There's no running from that.
C-site is open, but everything was seen from the side of Loud. That Cypher ultimate. It's false
okay, so then we're going to have
information,
one
though.
person fake the wall over
Double back
towards
call
C.
from John QT in this moment.
With
So
a
good.
smoke as well. Prowler goes in. Oh, it's hard to fake. It's very hard to fake this
smoke and
wall once the
How
phones go up early.
How much should they bite on this? Because, yeah, Kawanzi's making a load
Dude, they're
of
not
noise.
even biting at
They're
all.
not falling for it, Doug. Look at the minimap
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, they literally did.
Three
If
members
anything, they
towards the
rotated
A-site.
heavier over
It's
towards
the
A.
best chance Sentinels have being down a man.
Seconds pushing forward, spotting one member. Not
Oh, gosh.
connecting yet, dancing left and right, trying to hide, survives. Lives to fight another day. Meanwhile, Tui's not nearly as fortunate. DG pushing into the smoke, and he's dropped.
Dude, look at Second.
They've swung things back in their
It's a
favor.
kill.
Oh my goodness.
This was a 5v4 that they have snatched back.
They got Visalt for this retake.
Loud have crumbled in this round.
But the work's not done, is it? The spike's still planted. They're not out of the woodworks yet. Comes in a really good spot. Celsius weak. One down. Seconds Justice more off, though, off the swing. He's not able to draw the gun quickly enough. Now Vinny left in a 1v3. Spots one. Still more work to be done. Remember, Second is so weak. But it's not enough.
That was
another
mad
defuse
over
comes through, and
towards door.
again, another lead
Little
change.
dance off.
Vinny's had clutch moments before against EG, but this time, the IGL v IGL John sits him down. And what a comeback to the round that looked like Loud were just in control of from the start.
One enemy.
The way that Zekin was dancing around that door, not getting taken out. I mean, he almost gave Kaplan a heart attack, but
But I mean,
they
honestly,
turned it around. It was a phenomenal
what
job.
guns he
well,
go
that's
for?
how the half has been.
Yeah, they get
Right?
a.
It doesn't
they
feel
get a
like
full
either
buy.
team has really been able
Nice.
to create any separation.
Super stressful.
One away from Tail. That might be the only one we see into this one.
Just when you think you have something figured out,
Oh,
another wrinkle is thrown into the ploy. And this time, it's Constantine with an Ares.
actually
some
tanked him
damage
down
as well.
heavy with that.
Zekin sitting at 60 HP, but with what we saw him do last round, I mean, he's a tough cookie to crack.
Okay, and they Prowler out to kind of confirm that no one's holding A on their own.
It is going to be
Yeah,
a
this
beat
is an
execute
actual
here from
question
Loud.
mark.
A lot of members here from the
And
side of
that
Sentinels.
is
The satchels were
Looking like some
less
sideshow
than ideal, but it
satchels, but
gets
he's
the job
alive.
done. The space is gathered. Lucky no one was out in the open to pick him off.
A deep trip in an attempt at planting the spike. Vinny will be 2 away from his ult here.
3 members of Loud in that baby door. There is a Cypher trip set up here as well that could do some damage later in the round.
But he's playing ahead of the trip. He's got to give some of this space up.
Might be a bait.
You are flirting with fire, son.
Oh,
Look at him
Fully
go.
flashed, still gets a
Confidence is
kill.
through the roof.
Now
He did
dropped.
great.
There's
trip connects.
there's that trip that we were just talking about. Pancata and Tui is able to drop second and narrate. Now Pancata continuing
Nice
to
shot.
push forward. Snaps
Nice
onto
shots.
John. Snaps onto
6.
Bang. And again, a tie.
I think after winning
Said we've only seen
pistol,
30% of his power. I think we
Yeah,
just saw
the
something
Sentinels are
very
probably
good from
pretty
him
happy.
in
Lost
this
pistol
round.
got
He stepped
6
it
in
up big,
defense.
sitting at 9 and 7, the top of the scoreboard, closing out the half for his team, making it even.
no
6
idea how
to
these comps
6.
really look.
A much more highly contested battle between these
this
two.
one can hold
And
A
you
pretty
mentioned
well.
it, yeah, it's Loud's map pick, and you know we can have that conversation. But the
Can
truth
this
of the matter
force
is,
out
Loud
A
have
every
pushed,
single time?
Sentinels
Maybe.
have pushed back. Neither team has folded, and that just made for a really damn good half of Valorant. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was great.
The good thing is, there's more Valorant to be had on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone?
The car second turn
Don't
down a
be.
little bit.
You know, at Verizon, we'll pay off your phone. And you'll get iPhone 16 on us. That's a value of up to $1,600, only on Verizon.
Shall I mute the stream so my VOD survives? Oh, speaking of VODs, let me upload the Liquid game. Is Baby Bay retired as a caster? You mean as a player? Would imagine so. It looks like he's gone pretty all in for like the casting content side. He's definitely got a lot better pretty fast as well. And he's doing a lot of like side content, right? I always see him on podcasts, and he has his own podcast. Dude, and every time he's streaming Marvel Rivals, I think, from what I see as well. So I think it's safe to say he's done with that. Is in pro play. Who? Baby Bay, the caster.
Things play out. Again, thank you for sticking with us through the break. Dre, I want to get your thoughts on this comp. We've seen it on the defense for Sentinels, but this Vice, Teho, Breach, Yoru, well, what are you looking for? What are you expecting?
So many options available for this attacking side.
Yeah, it's true. You got a lot of, you got kill potential, you got map control potential,
So I'm expecting
and
a
they
lot
want
of
to
that. That's the power
take
in the Yoru. You can
BC?
see out of a lot of this
BC
crazy
default
stuns
maybe?
or tether nades that can happen. Zekin already trying to
Yeah, Zekin's trying to create a little bit of pressure over towards A, and it does actually work. They don't know for sure that they create question mark,
dropped his
but
missiles right outside of B main at the very beginning of the round, and they're still looking at it. Almost convinced that there would be a swing there.
Rightfully so. I mean, 3 members were geared up towards there for the side of Loud. It's a full retake on this C site with only a cam there.
Baby Bay was an underrated duelist. I mean, he used I remember watching him when the Jet was overpowered. He used to do some nut stuff, to be fair to him.
The Michael Bay of Teo.
He used to love sending
He's
it.
the director on this agent.
Worth noting here, too, 5 ghosts on the side of Loud.
Yeah, not a lot of utility.
I mean, they are shooters. And so you go, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, drone 100% creates a lot of pressure, and they lose A control in reaction. Loud are like, well, let's push far behind. We're playing against a Vice. They don't only have the killjoy here, so it's not like they get early info. They're actually pushing behind here. And they're going to hear this fake, and that's very nice. Keep an eye on this retake.
Yeah,
the door was opened by the Yoru, I think, so they've at least got to double check it, so the Raze will be a little bit late. Sentinels at this one take a lot of space. They've also got their wall towards
I think they're going to want to scale into spawn and then potentially flip through.
Oh, they got to be careful here, though.
No, instead they're digging their heels in. They're choosing to stay.
They're just going to fight.
Spamming through the smoke. Zekin looking to find another one for free, and he does.
Yeah, the stuff of Zelsis just finding them on the minimap.
What can DG and Vinny do? Side by side, trying to attempt this retake.
Yeah, and they never have to worry about waterfall because they had the wall up here for so long.
2 classics on the other side, but light armor.
It's not planted for them.
Vinny, he's gotten it to half. He's gotten it to half. There's
Big
a swing.
flash.
The flash comes through.
Dude, Zelsis looks like he's having a lot of impact. I know we were kind of late into this game, but
he's clutching again and again, Doug. It comes down to this man right here on your screen. And he stepped up to the plate like crazy.
All missiles away.
Those are those missiles you saw in the beginning, some going towards C as well, trying to thwart any type of aggression. I like the proactivity from Loud off of that A default when they kind of get denied info over there.
On every map, just how people are using.
Sentinels identified where they should be playing in that post.
The whole Teo Yoru stuff is really strong.
Loud
for sure.
on that flank. They understood that breach fault line in CT, it's very strong.
A Marshall for Zekin here in the second round of the half.
Yeah, and a fast approach out A as well. Testing the waters here, getting a little bit more confidence. See what kind of utility is thrown.
It is there. He hasn't found it yet, but it is there.
Certainly, and he gets to just prod in here. Cam will be tapped maybe after some sound is made.
Let's quickly do this. Which is the VOD didn't have the pistol in at the beginning. 1-1 for pistols.
Tap of the Cam still.
Come on, man.
There it is. Caught in 4K.
Removal of the dart, though. I think for Sentinels, they haven't invested a ton on this
side. Why does Zelsis have a GE Classic? Because the GE CEO gave him 50 subs. Wait, is that true?
On one side of the site, he goes hunting, he goes fishing.
That's so
And
funny.
he just weasels his way in, Doug.
Are they going to take the bait?
But it doesn't matter, because even if he sees 3 here, he's going to call his team to go in.
Oh god.
Oh, but he whiffed it. Oh, he whiffed it. He made a mess of it.
50 is 50. I mean, yeah, dude, everyone's got a
You
prize.
still have the numbers
respect that.
advantage. 4v2 on the A site. It's all part of the master plan. An absolute cinema.
Paranoia out. They're going to continue to scale. 2E's falls.
Good delay, though.
13 seconds
Oh,
left.
it's really good
Oh
delay.
my god, the nade!
Damn,
A
it's
second
really,
attempt.
really nice. Gets a little bit close in this one. Look at the
Finally.
HPs.
Planted.
Succeeding. But it's gone
Someone's
down
got
to
to bail
3v3.
them out,
This
and
is
you would
already
imagine
way
this bang
too
with the high
messy.
HP.
Couple of members weak. DG has a sheriff.
Oh my, 2 members are one
Let's see
shot.
this fade eye. This fade eye could be
Potential
everything.
to steal the round
You would
away. What
imagine
can
that John
Loud do?
shoots that.
Can they turn this into magic?
Bro, you have a fade eye.
Does not seem to be the case unless Pancata can do it on his own. And the no-scope from Zekin will seal the deal. Sentinels get to 8.
About that. They could have been the round.
Very labored. But
Didn't
Sentinels, they
open
bring it
door,
back.
didn't fade
They win the
eye.
anti-eco round. Zelsis, he saw 3 members on that C site when he was going fishing. And he's so good at just finessing around these corners, finding the right timings, just slipping right past the defenses. Gives enough info for his team to get here. And it got scary for Sentinels.
Yeah, it got way closer than it should have been. You're right.
I mean, that layered utility from Loud was really good. It almost got the job done.
They're just so uncomfortable on the site.
Absolutely. We'll be
A bit
fire
of-
with fire
Oh,
here.
that's
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy start towards A.
Oh!
Sides, and DG lights him up.
That was
That's 3 on the
Sick.
round for him.
And he wanted more.
Vinny having to take a step
dude,
back
that
as
was
he's
not
peppered.
a lineup. That was a tap adjustment.
Worse for wear, 21 HP. And Sentinels find themselves in a bit of a mess. Bang is weak.
You have 2 of the most clutch players on the Sentinels roster with 1 minute on the clock to do what they want to do. Bang. I think there may have been a shoulder scene right there from Kawazin.
A
But
tap.
this-
Yeah, the tap of the door too will confirm. Creeping forward, playing things as quietly as he can. They've got to
Zelsis
find a
gets a
way
kill,
to
he
try to
gets
get
his
this
ult,
back to equal
but-
footing. Yeah, they've gotten the spike down. But there's a flank that's going to be coming in from Pancata through the southern side of the map.
He second guesses himself.
Oh, the flank would
This
have
is
owned
taking
it.
a long time, Dre.
Yeah, they're Loud are so cautious right now. But Bang and Zelsis, they're so clutch.
Big from Celsius. He's not going to get challenged again. The
Pancata is
spike
going
has
to
been
play
ticking for a long
crazy,
time.
crazy late.
They've got to accelerate here.
This 1v1 is what it comes down to right here.
Yeah, nice shot.
That's one found. Bang's got to get this kill. He's able to get one. Those are a couple more on the other side. Kawazin will swing and
Okay,
clean him up.
nicely done from Loud. I mean, they were
it's
calm
the
with it.
Fuse.
Yeah, it seemed very scary, but I guess Loud, they were very calm and composed during that entire time. That 1v1 that Pancata won against Zelsis.
That was it.
Yeah, that was really what made the difference there. Because, yeah, with that time ticking, it could have gone in favor of Sentinels.
That is-
Listen, Doug, there's a lot of questions from everybody, Doug. A lot of
Oh,
questions from
that
everybody.
is-
Is DG Zine just an op one trick?
To be
Forget
fair,
Agent one trick. Forget about
I've been
Jet.
on
Is he
board
an
with that,
op one
saying that
trick?
I've definitely been on
Stepping up
board saying
huge
that
here,
he needs to have
showcasing his rifle
ops to get
skills.
full potential.
That 3K, it was snappy, man.
But that was incredible.
There was never any question of that guy's mechanical skill when he was on the stage.
Pew
and when he
FPS,
took the year
holy
off,
dude.
but he's back now. A very aggressive play towards B. And
Thank
again,
you so much for that, man. I
this is
appreciate
gonna
that.
be
That's
a
very
mess.
generous, dude.
They're all huddled in here. The rocket deals a little bit of
The
damage,
Visor
but it does
is
not find lethality.
actually
Meanwhile,
owned
Sentinels
them.
on the other
Oh
side. The
my
counter punch
goodness.
connects. You've got to be careful here, though. Pancata again on the prowl.
Pew, again, Pew, mate. I appreciate you doing
Lies
that.
to it, though.
Of course, man.
Zelsis was covering the
Happy
flank.
to-
Now all
happy to
eyes
do the
towards A.
VODs.
And 2 trips, also a Cypher Cam here as well. Sentinels, they're going to have
appreciate
to
you, man.
just
Thank you.
disrespect this. They have to just speed up into sight here. The more time they waste, the more time Pancata is allowed to flank.
There's just so much utility, as you mentioned, that they're going to have to navigate through and
Please don't do what I
circumvent.
think you're going to do. Okay. Okay, he's pretty much in a
that
similar
as well.
situation to earlier.
Now this flank is
Is he going
absolutely
to learn from
useless for
earlier and open
Pancata.
the door to create pressure? We got a fade eye. We need to open the door again to create pressure.
Post plant,
Nice.
3 players in tree. Narrate,
Okay.
solo on site. A great
Run
paranoia
that.
on the top of the door.
Pancata looking for a target, looking for a
Wait, that
scalp
bait
claim.
from tree was incredible from
Oh.
Zelsis.
Meanwhile, they've been stuck on the other
Holy!
side.
How How were they all
it's a
flashed?
mess.
Did Zolcis just flash them all?
Nary can still secure the round off the stun. There's the swing. He finds one. Backs against the wall. Can Nary respond? Can he contribute? He's gotten it down to the
What
one that
even went
remained.
down, dudes?
And he cannot hold on.
How?
What was that?
What was the flash?
Yeah, dude,
that
I
hit
think Zolcis
Sentinels
team
and
flashed
Tree
them all.
right there. Was it the Vice flash that blinded everybody?
Not sure.
I gotta play that back. I just missed it. It all happened so fast. This was the entry into the round, but it's madness. I mean, look
Oh,
at
God, it's
John
the
QT,
flash
got
from
team
sight.
flash right there. So unfortunate. He was the guy that would have taken Kawanzin out.
Holy.
Yo, he's popping off.
He is
also
actually
popping
popping off.
Again, this
What's
back
the
and
money
forth
like?
affair
Money's
continues
super
to
low
deliver.
for Sentinels. 1,
gift that
2,
keeps on
3,
giving.
4. They
8-8.
can't buy next.
What a banger
It's a
first
must-win
match
rounds.
So far. A lot of utility here invested from Sentinels to take this C space. Something we haven't seen
A nice
yet.
trip.
A
That's
very
a really
aggressive
nice trip.
and a spam.
He's Pugnation.
Oh,
Protocols
it's
not
sick
working out
fade-eye.
for Sentinels. So much found. And again, Sentinels are forced onto this back foot.
I must wait a moment.
Still early days in the round, but it feels they've invested this ult. They've got a flank coming around the other side. And they still know. Zekin's able to trade it for one, yes, but there's so much more left to do. The Prowler,
Oh, nice.
Loud.
Yolando, dude, this was sick.
It's not enough.
Aggro Trip got one
Loud take
through
the
the
lead
smoke,
back.
and then through
And
the
you
same
love to
smoke, they
see
throw
it,
a
that
fade eye
trap
over
play
the top.
from Loud onto the C mound area. That deep trip right on the ground. Tui's gets
Yeah,
a
the
free
deep trip
spam, but
owned
the
them.
follow-up does.
Then now they got an eco.
That
They
fade
can buy stingers, but
That is insane. That was thrown from
Dude, the
B site.
fade eye
That's a
wrecked
lineup
everyone.
from B site.
Last player standing.
What
awesome.
a sick play. You can't do anything about that if you're Sen. There's no way you're ready for that. A wisely timed timeout from Kaplan right now, because they just got absolutely decimated by that trap play from Loud.
Patchy
the
323, thank you so
that
much for the
was-
prime. Appreciate the 20 months. Thank you
timeline
for that.
tells how close of a game this has been and how it feels like
Yeah,
Loud are starting to
we
create
did
a
it.
little
We
bit
did
of
a while back
separation.
for Masters.
They
It was
just
pretty
won
good.
3 rounds in a row, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time either team has won that many rounds
Yeah.
in a bunch. Loud are starting to tip things their way here.
My prediction for the best of 3. I said 2 on
What a way to
Sentinels.
do it as well with the
I had no
crazy
idea what
trap
map
play.
I
I mean,
thought
what a
Loud were gonna
read,
win.
What a call from Vinny to call that setup. And the heads-up play from Kawanzin to be able to get that lineup
Where did the eye
out in
land? Like,
time
yeah,
while
like
still
on the
kind of
roof,
worrying
yeah.
about that front B. That's
hard,
not an
man.
easy thing to do. That's
Nope.
like a split-second decision off of the trip hit.
But it's going to have to
I'll
continue
leave
to
it on
be
that.
stuff like that if they want to put Sentinels away, because as we've
So
mentioned a
low
couple
buy
of
for
times now,
Sentinels.
they're not folding, right? They'll bend, but they have not broken yet. So if there is to be a knockout blow on Loud, where does it come from? Is it the op in the hands of
How much
TG?
of the Loud game?
Who
There
we
was not
haven't
too
seen
much.
that
Dude.
yet?
I missed like 5 rounds.
I mean, this is a tough map
The
to
overlap
hop
wasn't
on
too
as
bad
well,
this time.
so we might not even see it at all on this map, but you're definitely going to be seeing it on Pearl. We know that as a fact.
And open cod is there. Speeding up towards C once again.
Yeah, but another change of a trip here.
This is 5 stingers. I mean, they're wanting to get up close and personal. They're wanting to get past all of his utility and try to take
Yeah,
the fight
nice
to their
little,
doorstep.
nice little kill trip.
It's just disgusting. These Cypher trips are dismantling
they keep
Sentinels like
tanking
Kawanzin
Cypher
running through.
trips. They
That
got
stinger's just not connecting.
they got not well. They got the tail damage to break it, but
And again, Sentinels are in a spot where they're fully surrounded. You got 2 towards spawn.
Last player standing.
You got 2 on the other
I mean,
side.
he's been
as
good
well.
on the C side, but this is way
Oh,
too much.
man. I mean, we've seen him here before, but he only took out 2 previously. He's going to have to take out the entire squad of
Okay,
Loud, and he cannot
big
do that
Byron
here.
for Sentinels.
Tui's will
Loud.
clean up the round.
Money gets
That's
incredible.
10 to 8
No
now
ults for a little
for
bit. I don't know about
and 4
Kansin.
rounds in a
I would
row.
imagine he's kind of close to
Ridiculous.
this.
The
Yeah.
last 2 rounds, a free kill off the
He
Cypher
got the
trip.
kills over
He's
towards
changing up
door,
his
and then he got
positioning
the
with this
double kill.
utility, and it's paying out dividends.
Spike planted. One enemy.
Yeah, it certainly
You
worked
used it
that
last
round.
round?
Again,
Oh,
those
okay.
were
Well,
5
then
stingers, but the point
he's miles
being,
away.
we're seeing a gap.
But now you're worried if you're Sentinels. Where are these trips at? You don't have a raise to really, I guess, break a lot of areas where it could be at.
Sure, you don't have the nades, you don't have the satchels, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you have the Yoru clone, but it's not really
Okay,
getting
a couple of
as much value.
ults,
There's a
little
lot
bit
towards
close.
A here for Loud.
Yeah, bit of a gamble here from Loud, opting to play that full retake C. Info will be gathered now from John QT with that stealth drone B used. And I mean, they're just running it down. See, they're playing the odds. Okay, you stuffed us there twice. Surely not a third time. There's that Yoru clone this time, baiting out the Cypher trip. So, being a little bit more methodical on the entry is Sentinels.
If they try to fight this out from C, they have the tools to do it, Dre. They have Narrate's ult, they have
How
John's
do
ult
they
too.
do this? All three at the same time?
Breach ult could be
Does
very juicy for
narrate.
Do they know they're
Yeah,
there?
you got to make a decision. What are you going for? Breach ult is the call.
There it is, Rolling Thunder invested. They've also got the Teho ult used. Vinny's the first claim, the
over
paranoia not
towards
connecting
door
with
so
the
they can
smoke.
focus here.
To
It's not too
provide a
bad.
little bit
Obviously,
of
we
cover.
can see in the
They gotta
minimap
try to
that
flood out.
it wasn't
DD
great,
from the
but
sky.
the idea is good.
stuffed.
There's
I
no
never
way for
good
them to get
understanding
in.
of how important
Can't
this
do
round
anything.
is. They're
Right
just
now, if
tanking
you're Loud,
ults
you
in
go
it.
for every
Like
exit
they
you
got to win
possibly
this, and they got to
can.
try and
And now
gotta try
Tui's has been
and
dealt
keep it
with
as clean as possible.
from defender spawn.
Yeah. If there was a Teho utility kill counter, I think John would have the most. Don't fact check me on that, but I feel like he really does. It seems like it. Every time I see this guy, he gets a kill with it. But yeah, that Armageddon as well. A great reaction. I think there was an
Okay,
interview with
everyone
John
saved their
himself
guns
saying
though.
that
It's like the best
Teho
possible
comes
round for
down to the
Sentinels to win.
creativity of the
I know
player.
they used
Yeah, that
double
makes
ult,
sense.
but
He's
having that
extremely
safety of
creative
losing a
on how he
round
uses
is
the
huge.
utility. He's very smart. I mean, this ult, that's not something that you rehearse. It's just
that's
on the fly.
Yeah.
So a really good post plant this time around from Sentinels. And that's the key to success for Sen. They need to get on these sites without dropping 1, 2
Here
players.
we go.
Give themselves an actual
DG's in,
chance.
gets the op out.
They've gotten
Over
back
towards
up to
A on
9.
this one.
Still one round separating
Yeah,
these two
and they
teams.
fade I to
On a
secure
map
that no
has
one's out
had
here as well, so you can get to
6
this
lead
angle.
changes so far. There might still be more.
That's how close it's been. We do finally get to see the operator out of DG's in. This is a
I like this
very
from Loud
impressive
though as
angle.
well. There's like a drone that
And
can
there's a
obviously
breach
come
to
out from the
follow it up.
tail that might go to clear A, and they have a rifle on to make sure they don't know the op is
utility
here.
was used very early on for Sentinels. Nothing behind it though. Pancada, he does slip.
Yeah, and
a
he
little
takes
bit
that
ahead of the
early
round area.
A angle.
He's got to be careful here though.
This is
Utility
strong
invested
setup
in
at the
Sen.
moment for Loud.
He might not
As
be able
long
to
as
get
the
that
Omen
TP
doesn't
off
full
in time.
commit, like Pancada here, as long as
This
he
is a tough
TP's
spot to be
out,
in.
Yeah, you got to get out now.
Yeah, they're so diligent in their approach, man.
Very
A little
smart.
bit of laziness, and maybe you don't clear that, he gets
great
one.
kill.
There's
But
the lurk.
That's big, too. I mean, you were just talking about how part of the success for Sentinels is you can't be in a numbers down situation early. What? Instantly
What
equalize,
is
so big
that,
from Bang.
dude?
And now they can turn their attention towards C. The spam not connecting. 10 HP for the controller as he TPs
Yeah,
onto the site.
He's just sprayed. I mean, he's
Vinny
just
has his
sprayed where
ult.
he knows the left
How are
side
you
of the
gonna
box
retake
is for
with an op
him.
in the hands of DG,
And
though?
he's got one.
No, you got to swap it out.
Breach ult
Rolling
goes
Thunder
in.
invested.
Can't
They
stick
really
the
did
plan
not
on
have a
this one.
chance to
Couple of
settle.
low
Second is
HP.
gone
Zeka needs to
unchecked. He
farm,
wasn't
and
hit.
that Omen flash was sick.
Able to get one under quarantine.
Breach damage
Narrate
goes
on the
in.
swing, the spike
Doesn't
has
stop
been
the
planted,
plan. We
and
got Bang
now
on 10 and John on first.
Still has a flash.
There is a question that Loud have to answer. Do they fully commit to this? Do they try to save? The money's not great.
They don't know about the damage
A
they've
big
done.
swing out from Narrate. Traded right back, though. 3v2, they continue to knock.
So I
But the
want to
door's
say it
been
was Vinny
slammed
that did
shut.
both of this.
And again, we are tied.
And the operator just got no value in this round whatsoever.
Yeah,
There
dude,
wasn't anybody to
who,
follow
it was
up
Bang
off
that
of
got
that
this
breach
kill on
ultimate.
C-site, right?
And
That's
yeah,
the
it
one.
missed again.
Bang
One
got
player being the
spammed and
key
he
difference
spammed
maker,
back.
dodging the
Oh,
breach
it was
ultimate,
spam back.
killing everybody in water.
Yeah, I don't know. Pancada doesn't need to do that. I thought it was
I
just
like
random
the
spam.
idea from
You
Loud,
sure? Yeah.
breach ulting the site, maybe trying to force them back into that operator of DG's in who was tapping that door. But Sentinels, they had a read on it. They weren't falling for that
See,
whatsoever.
big
Everybody
replay.
played in sight. Nobody took a challenge. And bang, this 180. I mean, you cannot
No
make
way.
that up.
He got tanked
I
one
think-
through and then switches around. Door opens.
There's just some fire in this
Yeah, I
kid.
mean, he's
able to find
absolutely,
kills like
he's
that.
been absolutely wrecked.
Loud. They used their last
He's
time
spamming
out
because
here.
the door opens and then Bang just
We're all tied up again.
spamming left side of the box, his
Sentinels
angle.
stringing 2 rounds back to back.
It's a rough way to
A
lose
lot of success on
the
these C post plants.
round.
And now Loud, they kind of are forced to compensate. You're kind of going to have to play a heavier seaside setup. But John and Kaplan,
They still have the
probably
op
reading ahead
here,
of that. You
and there's
might
been
see them
so
work a
many
little bit
C
more
hits,
B. They haven't really
but they
touched B
keep
whatsoever
Teo
other than
droning to
that
take
walk-up
C.
from
You would
Zelsis,
have to
who
have a
just got
rifle,
killed.
and the rifle has to be
I think
close.
if
You
you're
could have
allowed,
the
you have
op
to figure out
tucked on the
how
left
do you
box
find
and the
value
rifle
from the op.
playing.
Right, you
Like,
had
you
it
could
in a
probably
round,
just
you
do
were
the
able to
same
save it
setup
into
with
the next.
Bankada playing
You've got to
close.
set DG up, and I think they
Same
tried
as
that
his
in the previous
mounds,
round by
get the
getting him
op
on that
towards
DP
this
line that you
box,
mentioned,
right,
but
hide
And it
him,
gave them a lot of good info as
DP
well.
out.
it did, but
then reface,
info
open
didn't
flash
win him
or
the
something
round.
after
It's
he's
just so
after
hard
he's
because
shot.
of
I
Sentinel's
don't know what they want
composition.
to
They
do.
have so much
Yeah.
utility to use.
Or they can just go A
on these
again and just
post
hold
lines. I mean,
one
they
with
didn't
A and
have
not get
ults.
unlucky for a
Wait
smoke.
till Sentinels start
Could
getting
feel like you
ults
don't have to
online.
change up anything.
I mean, that's not going to be anytime soon. You've got Zelsis, who's one away from his, but other than that, a clean slate for second and bank.
They're going two over towards C, right?
So it will
Is
be
the
a bit.
op going here? No. Okay.
Here's what I'm talking about. That compensating now for the C site, but
I mean, they
Sentinels
kind
are
of
still
are.
going
It's
to
just
show.
a double rifle.
They're still going to do the default. DG a little bit closer now. Maybe going to peek a little more aggressively with the Sky Dog in front, B. A lot of spam.
With confidence and conviction, Sentinels push towards C. Second, the tip of the spear. And yeah, he gets beat up a little bit, but they've gotten the space they wanted.
And I wonder now, Doug, if Sentinels are going to tap on this door, re-clear that front B space. Maybe at the same time as they walk all the way back. Footsteps were heard. Kalanzine heard Zelsis put that wall up as well. This is all signs leading to C right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to absolutely send it.
Huge here.
The clone attempting to forge a path, and Pancata swings on Zekin. Again, absolute filth.
Ooh, he
But still more to
just
be
got
done.
out of there. Big jaw at mound right here.
Repositioning.
Kalanzine hit the
And
wolves, so they
looking
know
for
about
more,
him.
another lease at life. Meanwhile, Kalanzine make things really uncomfortable for Narrate as he tries
Wow,
to dance
what a
around the
beast kill
mound.
from the right. It's such a hard retake
Finds a kill
now.
onto Kalanzine. Vinny on the
Narrate.
swing,
Narrate's
he will
done
fall as
incredible.
well. Another claimed by Narrate.
And another
Pansy,
round
hello,
where
hello.
this operator has seemed to not
You
get
coming
any
a good
value.
time.
He's getting triple swung, but it's the quick scope.
It's not done yet, only one foul. Narrate with
Should
three.
they have gone for this in the
Pancata on his
2v3?
Started the round.
Me hit a
on
shot.
the second.
Oh god,
He's
maybe.
gotten it down to 1v1,
Holy, okay,
and
sure. You
Narrate
guys go
saves
for it,
the day
because that
for
actually got a lot
Sentinels.
closer than I thought. And the rate just
Four
owned
pieces,
this round
Sentinels
though.
take the lead again.
Like, the two
Saves the
individual
day,
1v1s
and
is
he gave
everything.
4
He
into the
got
round.
3
killed 2
individual
by
1v1s.
himself on the flank. So much utility being thrown at him, but he was calm, collected. He racked up the headshots. Nice attempt from DG Zine. That's the only value he's gotten from that operator. He had to jump operator somebody.
Okay, the rate's
now
given
from
it.
Sentinels, that's
And it
scary.
does force him down to an eco. It's, I mean,
They
it's a
get going.
good low buy.
It's
He got
full
3
steam
guns,
ahead.
1 bucky. Then he takes the hit.
Going, they have gotten that's 3 rounds in
Fade
a row
Eye
for
gets
Sentinels. They've taken
missed,
the
so
lead
they
back.
don't know
Now the
if they went
7th
out
lead
over
change
towards
in this
A or
one
not.
map.
And that actually might cost him a little bit,
This
because it
back
means
and
that
forth affair has been a
you
treat
don't
to
get that
watch if you're
shift
not a fan
over.
of either team. But it's been nothing but stress and heart attacks for those who are.
And it's been nothing but C hits for success for
Yeah, no, they are
Sentinels.
spamming the C
If it ain't
hits.
broke. Again, they will test the waters here.
You can't even get into the site. You can't play in it. You can't flood out.
Yeah, this is the thing with the phones.
Sentinels
You just
force you to
can't
play
ever
retake,
flood.
and
We've
their
got the
post
wall
plants are
down as
so
well to
damn
give them
good.
info, so you have to commit. This
Vinny
is
is a
nice from
sheriff,
Karen. Wait, that's
Kalanzine is a
not nice.
Yep.
Wait, they have no idea that he's committed behind it? Oh, it's a
They
weird,
have to
weird
buy
round,
every
chat.
single round after this too.
Planted.
You'd imagine how things have gone.
he's just
historically.
crouched in.
Excuse me?
Holy, he's one popped him. They had no idea. They
That's
actually thought he
one.
baited out the wall,
Forget
but he
what I
just
was saying.
tanked it.
2.
Nice
Oh
shot.
my. 3
Jesus, nice
They've
shots.
taken this back.
off of the Bucky, man.
They didn't have the
They
weaponry.
spammed it down
What
to
is this
36.
series, Zelsis? He has
Okay,
no
that was one way
chance
to
here.
do it.
But honestly, weaponry be damned.
Wow.
Kalanzine was crazy confident with this.
Just one spot left unchecked, and Kalanzine fills
Dude,
the
this
gap.
this one shot is.
The perfect Bucky headshot. I mean, a
That looks
one-pump.
incredible. They were
Doesn't
literally
get
both
more
both
satisfying
crouched
than that.
behind. I
Pancata
mean, they
just
each
in
had a
deep
wall, I
spawn.
guess.
He's able to see
Dude, this is
over the
close,
actual
man.
site.
What do we got to
Pick off some
separate
of
it?
those tips to the
Razor,
heads.
2 away
Right
from
now,
breach
DG's
or
in. He has the
tail.
showstopper online. No operator in play. Maybe that's the
Kalanzine
difference
moves over
maker.
towards
That's-
A as well,
that's a
because if
weird
they
thing
can
to say,
secure
though.
aggro A,
Dude,
this
here,
is
Kalanzine is
a
one off of his
free
ult,
fatal.
too. I wonder if there's a set piece to try to get him the orb.
Looks
They
like
did have a nade at the beginning. They opened the door, but they
Thinking
do
about
not
it
want
at
the
the start
ult.
of the round.
Vinny's alone.
And that is a
Not good for
devastating
Vinny.
start. for Loud.
Second, what a nice shot, and he's out.
Yeah,
So
they
now
add
the
the smoke
defense
on
is
top of
spread
her as
thin.
well, and in theory create a question mark,
John
but
QT is able
Townsend
to
takes a
maneuver,
bit of a
bait out
gamble
rotations already.
and clears a good amount of this
cheating over
question
towards
mark.
that
It's
A
now only
side.
behind rubble.
I mean, Lotus right now for Sentinels, it's theirs.
It's a one map. It's a one site map right now for them.
Yeah, and Loud start going aggro on
Again, they're
this.
back C. Second's got to be careful.
Yeah, but if you can get another one here.
There's a lot of threat on the other side.
Yeah,
Two
he was not
found.
ready for them to be
Here's
there.
the speed up into C. It's all up to Pancada.
It's
here.
all up to
What can he
Pancada
do?
again
How
on
long
C.
can he delay?
The Paranoia will buy a little bit of time as he tries to TP to safety
Yeah,
and
he's
does.
done good.
Does a great job.
Celsius is in a good spot.
Oh, this was nice
Another
though. They
head-to-head
had
one.
one
That's the second
running,
one
one
they
stuck in
used.
an off
Shut
angle.
down Zelsasin.
Commits because he had one
And
rotate.
so again, the numbers
Nice
deficit
shot. Nice
situation for
shots,
Sentinels,
bro.
and it just went from bad to worse.
Damn, Loud
knocking on
looking
the door of
nice
map
though. Fair
point.
play.
Narrate left in a 1v4. Doesn't even have the spike. He's going to frag his way through this. He has no choice. Not offered any other opportunity. Just waiting to see if anyone's foolish enough to make a mistake, a slip. But it does, again, not look like that will be the case.
Hey, huge.
Louder the first
What happened to the
12.
Razor? When was that popped?
Doug, it looks so promising at the start of the round for Sentinels. Zekin gets the
okay,
pick
one
onto
chance for
A,
that.
but then he stays for too long. Too many
Dropped it on
50-50s
front
after
B?
your man up.
Like
This
after these
50-50
kills?
right here, it defines the round.
Okay,
It
yeah,
gives
he's
Counter
used
Team
it as that.
the
Okay, it's
fire
all
that
good,
he
it's all good.
needs to just destroy Sentinels. A bit of an overheat.
That was so funny.
Overcooking a little too much. And now it's
Just the
double
fact that Townsend
operator,
gets
Doug.
two, that's why
And
it
it's going
doesn't
to be on opposite
look
sides of the
normal.
map. 2Es with one, DG with the other. No, DG used his ult in the last round, but Calentine has his.
The Ray has
Aggressive
ult as well.
line taken, and once again, all eyes
All
towards
good.
C.
Okay,
Celsius
early
is gonna
C
be
control in
controlling the
reaction
flank.
to
He's been
this.
patient, but now he's been found.
Are they
going to
send it for him?
He's fished out
No.
right now.
Wisely takes a step back, but with an op
Dude,
on the other side.
Loud every single time though,
It's danger.
in control
And a
of
spam kill on
A,
the
and
bang.
it just
The
feels
Rolling
like
Thunder will try to
Sentinels
forge
are
a path out
full
onto the side. They've
forcing it
invested
over
a bit of-
towards C.
A bit more ults on the back of the side as well. Numbers the way of the defense. And the spike still hasn't really made its way out. It's been labored. It's been difficult
Yeah,
to
and
get
they still
through,
got a
but
cam
they
though.
find
They still got
clarity
a
in the
cam and a
calamity.
trip.
Things slow down, and now
Cam was
space is
checked,
theirs
cam
to
was
take.
shot. They didn't get too much for it. Still no
DG
plan
with
on
the
this
op,
one. Gonna go for a
turn of the
random
flash,
shot.
a
Imagine
second swing
it.
back. Now stunned again, taken off the line, and third time is best. He gets the last
Very
kill.
nice from
Loud,
Lounds.
take Lotus.
Yeah, in
What
terms of
a map.
like macro stuff though, they didn't really push them off
What
A
a
too
map
much.
indeed. That operator
They
wasn't
just
really
forced over
doing
towards C the
anything
whole
in the
time.
early rounds, but DG's in warming up a little bit, closing it out. Pancada though,